first, thank you. Your words are eloquent, and I am humbled by them, and I can't thank you enough for sharing them with everybody here today. And then I have to thank Dean. Commissioner, you are an amazing man, and an amazing servant. And he's also my fellow Greek, so I love that. They invented democracy, the Greeks. But Michael and Sheriff and Mayor and so many dear friends that are here, thank you so much for being here. I'm overwhelmed. I really am. And I want to tell you that we just landed in Fort Lauderdale maybe a half hour ago. And I was sharing with Dean that we might run a little bit late because of the funeral for Governor Askew this afternoon in Tallahassee. So thank you for your understanding, and I wish you'd saved us a little wine, but that's okay.
I saved you the Greek stuff.
That's good. Thank you, sir. But this is an important race, and you know it probably more than anybody. School teachers feel the same way. So do law enforcement officers, the put upon, the oppressed, those that have not been represented and have been left out. And this is a race about inclusion. You couldn't be more right with your words. It is about bringing Florida together. And that was discussed today at Governor Askew's funeral, that this was a guy who wanted to open up government, who cared about the environment, who really cared about people, did things that were not expected of somebody from West Florida, fought for civil rights, you know, and we are entering a new age. I really feel it, and I really believe it. It is an age of great enlightenment, and I know that it's coming because of the presence of all of you here today. And, you know, our society has moved so quickly and so well, and I have to give credit to our president. I will never forget when the president did an interview with Robin Roberts about 2 springs ago, and he talked about the issue of equality and how important it was that government stay out of personal lives and telling people what to do. And he said it with such conviction and strength. He said, you know, I'd always been for civil unions, which is where I had been too. And he said, but you know, I've been thinking about this issue, and I've been thinking about it and talking to Michelle about it. And finally, I've just come to the conclusion, and I'm just going to say it. Who am I to tell other people who to love or who to marry? And, you know, when you hear the Pope say, you know, who am I to judge? I mean, we're moving pretty fast. Things are going in the right direction, or maybe the left direction. But my law partner, John Morgan, is Catholic. And he said, you know, Charlie, after you're hearing the people's Pope, Pope Francis, say the kinds of things that President Obama is saying, it makes me proud to be a Catholic again. And, you know, I'm always proud to be a Floridian. I could not be more proud to be a Florida Democrat. There's no idea. You know, when I was a Republican, and if you get the Kindle or the actual book version, it's called The Party's Over, and it's not ours that's over. I talk about the fact that, you know, the Republican Party today has really lost its way. You know, the leadership of the party, and believe it or not, Jeb Bush himself said it better than I can say it when he said that today's leadership in the Republican Party appears to be anti-women, anti-minority, anti-gay, anti-immigrant, anti-environment, anti-education, and the list goes on. I mean, it's a nightmare over there. I don't know what's happened to them, Dean, but they've just lost their way. And fortunately, we have a Democratic Party. And in Florida, it's getting stronger by the day. I can feel it. It is palpable. And because of that, I have faith and confidence that we will win this race November the 4th. But only with your help. Dean, do you have one of our bumper stickers nearby, anywhere?
We have one.
We have one. We need about 150.
I think so. It's okay.
If you could do me a favor, I think we have some at the front.
Yeah, in the front.
And so if you will please take one and put it on your car or your truck. Each one, they tell me, gives us 7 more votes. And that's important. Especially here, you know, in South Florida. It's critically important because we really have to turn out the vote. Because it's an off-year election. It's not a presidential election year. So we have to communicate with our friends, with our partners, with our family members, people we go to synagogue or church with, wherever you interact with people, the grocery store, it doesn't matter. Encourage people that this race is too important. That we've got a guy in the governor's mansion today that, as the Tampa Bay Times said, is like the Tin Man without a heart. Really, that's how they describe it. And they're not off. You know, and we can do so much better, and Florida deserves better. And I know with your help and God's blessing, it's coming. And it's only 8 months away. And that's the exciting part. And then we'll get Florida back on track again and do all the right things that we need to be doing. God bless you. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Governor, tell me how, Charlie Crist back in the governor's mansion would be able to move forward in terms of LGBT rights. Tell me what you'd be able to do working with the legislature, perhaps, or with the rest of the cabinet.
I think one of the most important things we can do is get a law on the books in Florida that recognizes the kind of things that President Obama is talking about. And that simply is, why not have marriage equality throughout our country? Certainly we ought to have it in Florida. And I believe that when we win this election November the 4th, we get some other progressives elected in the Florida House and the Florida Senate, we're going to have a great opportunity to get that done. And I look forward to the day that we do.